Imagine a train so expensive that it never actually arrives. That's HS2, Britain's shiny high-speed rail project that somehow managed to burn through over £100 billion without having anything to show for it.
I give you the Springfield Monorail. There's nothing on earth like a genuine, bona fide, electrified 6-car monorail.
In today's video, we are asking, how do you spend £100 billion and have nothing to show for it? Was HS2 just a bureaucratic disaster caused by incompetence, or are we looking at the biggest robbery in world history? Alright, let's rewind to 2009. The UK government had just robbed the British taxpayer to bail out the big banks that gambled their money, and they wanted to diversify their corruption. Their plan? HS2, a sleek bullet train linking London to the Midlands and the North, cutting journey times, boosting the economy, and healing the North-South divide. HS2 was projected to cost £32 billion and was confirmed without a general vote. That's right, the people didn't get a say in whether or not they wanted to fund this £32 billion project. Now, fast forward over a decade, and HS2 has been an unmitigated disaster. The line to Leeds has been completely scrapped, Manchester has been delayed until 2040, and London is, well, no one knows, it's still under review, despite being the capital city. Well, look, at least it's good for the environment, right? What do you mean you've torn down over 100 ancient woodland forests that you could never get back? Well, at least they didn't demolish any villages, right? Evicting families that have been there for generations. Oh dear. Seriously, how is this worth £100 billion? Wait, what, £100 billion? You said £32 billion. So it's been 16 years and £100 billion later, so we must have something to show for it, right? Alright, so far we have some construction underway between London and Birmingham, and I mean some construction. We have tunnels through the Chiltern Hills. Yep, that's important. Let's see what else we got. We have some bridges. I mean, okay, everyone needs bridges, right? And that's it. Seriously, that's it. £100 billion for a bit of track and some bridges. How is that even possible? Seriously, me and my subscribers could have done more than this for £50,000. I really don't understand how, for the life of me, nobody is talking about this. We don't see it on the news. No one seems to care. They just stole £100 billion from us. How is nobody in prison for this? Oh yeah, it's the government. They can just do whatever they want, can't they? Now look, I'm not condoning fare dodging on trains. You should pay your ticket. But if you dodge a £5 train fare, the police will literally be called out. Yet somehow you embezzle £100 billion and nothing. So where did all the money go? I mean, £100 billion doesn't just disappear. For every pound spent, there's a pound earned. So somebody has made £100 billion. Well, put on your tinfoil hats, folks, because random is about to get all conspiratory. Alright, so let's start with consultancy fees. Billions were paid for consultants to advise the UK government. Yeah, I've got some advice for you. Stop taking our money. Then there's land acquisition. Remember those villages that were demolished? Well, those people need compensation. Thousands of homes and properties were bought, only for the routes to be changed or cancelled entirely. Yeah, well done. And then there's a litigious dispute. Now, that's a fancy term for the government got sued a bunch of times and lost a bunch of times. They were forced to pay up. Finally, there's delays. Now, every delay costs millions. Every redraw, every paused contract, every reshuffle. You get the idea. This isn't just mismanagement. This is industrial scale waste. And that's being generous. So, the big question, right? Are they just incompetent, or is this corruption? They say never attribute to malice what can be attributed to stupidity. And if the UK government has taught us anything over the years, we know that intelligence is not exactly their forte. But honestly, the more that you peel back the layers, the more suspicious it seems to get. The more research you do, the more that corruption seems to be the answer. Several construction contracts went to companies that were linked with MPs and ex-ministers. For example, the Mace Group, a major HS2 contractor, had Lord Andrew Adonis on its advisory board, the same Lord Adonis who helped launch HS2 in the first place. Nothing suspicious going on there. Then there's CH2M, an American firm that won a massive contract, only to drop out after people noticed that HS2's chief of staff had worked there previously. And then it quietly went back to them after the deal was signed. Seriously, this project is dodgier than a back alley brothel. Additionally, former transport officials joined firms they previously awarded HS2 deals to, a classic case of the revolving door in politics. Take Sir John Thompson, for example. After serving as an executive chair on HS2, he walked straight into a board role at Fraser's Group. Also, some MPs who pushed for HS2 through Parliament conveniently own land in areas directly affected by the project. For example, Andrew Bridgen, MP for North West Leicestershire, sold his home near the HS2 route to the government for £2 million under a compensation scheme. Now, I want you to imagine that this kind of thing was happening in Nigeria, Botswana, Papua New Guinea, or any developing nation. We would definitely be calling it corruption, wouldn't we? Well, corruption is corruption, and some of these people should be in prison. But instead, they get to be not real knights, obviously. I mean, they're not exactly riding around on horses defending the country. But still, how are they rewarded for theft? £100 billion redistributed from the taxpayer to consultants, contractors, and a very few well-connected individuals, all under the shiny banner of progress. Alright, so what are we left with? A train that doesn't go north, a budget that exploded like Keir Starmer if you say something mean about him, and a landscape littered with empty lots, broken promises, and tree stumps. And somehow, nobody has been held accountable. They just seem to play by different set of rules to the rest of us, don't they? The government has taken us on a very fast ride. Just not on a train, because they're always delayed. So, was HS2 just another overambitious project that got out of control? Or was it a perfectly engineered funnel for taxpayers' money? Let me know what you think in the comments section, and while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.